Hello and welcome to Me, the Wife, and Wrexham AFC live final whistle. Hull City 2, Wrexham nil. You look fuming.
That game gave me a headache, but the better team won.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know what? I just don't see the point of doing this analysis. We were awful.
Yeah, look,
Awful.
I think it's probably fair to say I was expecting a lot more of these games in so far this far into the season because I think the championship is very much like this where you can put in a couple of really good performances and then you sort of form goes away a little bit, and then all of a sudden you might win a game and then you go away and you're just not in it at all. And then, as Hull found out on Friday night, you're playing pretty well, and then all of a sudden you get beat 4-1 at home, albeit against a very good team. And for us, we've been doing okay. We played some decent teams, got some decent draws away from home, and then we've gone there today, and like you said, we're just not in it at all. Not in it at all from the very beginning. We just went out the races. It just it wasn't our day. As soon as we won that penalty, it didn't matter to me who was taking it. I just knew we were missing it. I just knew we were missing
Yeah.
it. You could just, it was just one of them days where nothing was gonna go for us, and like you rightly said, Hull were the better team. They did lots of stuff right. They all the spaces that were there that we like to play into. There was a Hull player right in there
Yep.
constantly. Wasn't a huge surprise. We took Dan Scar off at half time. His very good defender, but ultimately that's what he is. We needed someone who had a little bit more about him that could hold on to the ball and pick a pass and maybe dribble past someone, which for all Dan's qualities, that's just not the sort of player he is. And that's why Callum Doyle obviously came on. Didn't really do much. We got to see Windass and Broadhead playing again together, but we only ever seem to see that when we're chasing something and we're forcing something. I asked you before the game, I said, are Wrexham the same Wrexham without parking? And you said, I don't suppose it matters. Well,
Oh, it does.
Have you changed your mind?
I have changed my mind. You could see Parky in the stands, and he was obviously talking to Parkin. But yeah, I don't know. I was expecting so much more.
To go 9 games unbeaten in the championship is no mean feat. Let's get that, for now. So the fact that we've all of a sudden lost one away against the team that were in and around the playoffs a couple of weeks ago, they might well be now. I haven't checked the table since that, but they're going to be up and around there again. It's nothing to have a meltdown over at all.
It's just
not
disappointing, isn't it?
like I said. I did not expect. I thought throughout the whole of the season that we would be lucky to go 5 or 6 games unbeaten at a time. I thought that would be, we'd be doing well to do that. The fact that we've gone 9 is beyond my personal expectations. So, our son, who's obviously a Man City fan, we've talked about this before, and he was sitting with us, but he had the iPad and he was watching the City Real Madrid game, and I kept on glancing over and seeing what was going on and all that sort of stuff. As the game wore on, I found myself. My glances became longer and longer towards the Man City Real Madrid game than it was, because I think I knew about 20 minutes in, it's not our day,
No.
right? And I thought, okay, it's one of them days. Wrexham being Wrexham, you've always got to be on your toes a little bit, especially in the second half, especially in the last third of a game, because you never know. But I sort of did today, because it didn't feel like, I think, you sort of feel like, ooh, one or two subs might change this. I don't think 11 subs would have changed that
No.
today. I don't think we had enough subs to make the
No.
impact. I think it just felt a bit flat.
Yeah.
Maybe the previous games have really you know I've maybe taken out. We've had some tough games where we've had to battle and fight, and it felt like that had taken its toll maybe today.
Yeah, yeah, I'm not like, I'm not gonna have a meltdown about it, because obviously, literally, it's one game. It's not like we've lost like 9 games in a row. This is our first game where we've been defeated. So I don't think a meltdown is appropriate at this time.
No.
But it's still disappointing when you go into a game. It's away as well, which doesn't help. But I just think I just expected a bit more, than what was given. And I will say, kudos to Hull. They played the blinder, and they did deserve to win. And I'm surprised that it wasn't more than 2-0.
Well, I'll let everyone into a little secret. We did our predictions before the game, and you went 3-2.
I did. What an idiot.
I went 1-0 Wrexham, because I'll never. I think as a Wrexham podcast, it's sort of your duty to back them.
Oh, I'd never.
And
Yeah.
but when we finished recording the predictions video, I think Sian said to me, "What do you actually think?" And I said, "I think we'll lose 3-0."
Yeah.
Because that's just, there was no way that after what happened to Hull on Friday, there was no way they were gonna let that happen 2 games in a row.
Well, let's hope we have that same mentality on Saturday.
Yeah, and I just didn't feel today was going to be our day, and I was right. I don't know exactly what it was, but it just felt like, and I've been half anticipating our undefeated run coming to an end, and I've sort of anticipated it on a couple of occasions and gone, oh, actually, I sort of half expected it on Saturday a little bit. Preston playing well, where they are in the table, and they did surprise me to a degree, but today sort of felt like a bridge too far. It can't go on forever, as much as you would love it. We've seen, I've watched Coventry a few times this season. At times they look unbeatable, but they came to the racecourse and they got beat. They went to Ipswich and they got beat. Every team, it doesn't matter how good you are in the Championship, you're going to get beat.
Literally any team in the Championship can win.
Maybe there's one or two which I wouldn't put. I'm bearing in mind there's 24 teams. There are maybe one or two that I would not throw into that basket, but literally one or two. And I think most people can guess who they are. But it is one of them, and you've just got to take it on the chin. You just got to move on. It's like I say, I'm not going to cry about this one.
No, I'm not going to have a meltdown. Just a little bit disappointed. I expected a bit more, but
yeah, 100%.
It is what it is.
100%. Like Glenda said, that was disappointing.
Yeah.
So she literally saying what mirrored what you said. Madal said poor. Kiefer poor. That's what Madal said, not me. Before you give me them eyes, that's not my pun. That is Al's pun.
I like that though.
Oh yeah, you give me eyes then. Like, oh no.
No, I was just thinking that's good. It's good.
Were you?
Yeah.
If I'd have said that was mine,
I would have hated it.
Hated it. Absolutely. Hated it. Yeah. Mark said we can't win every game. Al said Blackburn, Bristol Rovers, and now Hull. When Parky's in the stand, we do not perform. His pitch side live adjustments are obviously crucial. but we got beaten by mediocrity. Um, Phil, I don't think you could pick out any player who put in any sort of performance. Very disappointing. What are you laughing at?
Just know who that is.
Yeah, I know. I can't say daddy, can I?
Oh, my daddy said.
Yeah, I know. Nicole, well, I have now. Too
Yeah,
late.
this is Ryan's daddy.
Nicole, oof, that was a rough one. Hugs all round. It's a shame that we're not watching this all together, really, isn't it? And we could all just give each other a hug and then just go to bed. Not together. I didn't mean like that. Not like some weird. I just meant. You know what I meant,
Stop
though.
talking.
You know what I meant, though, didn't you? I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mark, let's win out to the end of the year. 3 home matches and beat Swansea away. I think everyone is sort of praying for a mid-table finish this year.
Yep.
I think. Look, don't get me wrong. We would love it if it was better. Of course we would. But everyone's hoping for that mid-table finish, nice and comfortable. You know, not worrying the relegation places. Right in the middle. We can build on that for next season. But there are games that we want to go out and really perform in.
Mm-hmm.
Sheffield United at home, that'd be great, to go and do something against them. The Swansea game, both of them. I know one's coming up in a couple of weeks, but the reverse fixture of that as well. There are a few games this season where you go, I want to put in a good performance there. I want to see the lads go, I understand the importance. Let's go and really put a shift in. Tonight, for me, wasn't one of them nights where I sort of felt like, right, we need to see something here. Look, there's an argument, and before everyone jumps on that, there is an argument that they should be showing that in every single game. I get that argument, but I wasn't, I wasn't falling apart, tearing my hair out at tonight, because I've watched the Championship for many, many years, and I expected this.
Yeah.
You expect these dips. We've had it in League One and League Two. I just think in the Championship, you have to expect it. It's one of them divisions that is so all over the place.
Yeah.
That you just don't know what to expect. And I think we need to take this opportunity to just be grateful that we've gone 9 unbeaten. There are so many teams in this league who will not manage that this year at all. And there are a lot of teams who won't come close to that. We've done that. So it would have been nice to be 10 though, wouldn't it? But anyway, sweep that one to one side. But yeah, I think I've sort of phrased it as shrug off. There was a game a few weeks ago where I called it a shrug off game, where I sort of felt like if we didn't win or we didn't perform, it was one of them that I could shrug off a little bit.
Yeah.
But I don't want this to become the norm of, I will allow everyone a bad performance.
I will allow.
I will, though, and I will forgive a bad performance. Sometimes it's frustrating when a lot of people have it all at once.
Mm-hmm.
It's even more frustrating when it happens at home, but it's away, and and I can forgive this, and I can move on with my life.
You, the bigger person.
I think it's onwards and upwards to Saturday. For me, I think Nicole said sorry for the sidebar, but we'll be there in April, hopefully. Scrapping our World Cup plans and coming to Wrexham instead. Much better idea.
Oh yeah, it's much better here in Wrexham than it is in America.
World Cups are not what they're cracked up to be. I wouldn't bother.
I think I'd rather go to America.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
But Okay.
Any hotel recommendations? I tell you what, Nicole, right? Rather than we turn this into a travel documentary, me, the wife, and Wrexham AFC at gmail.com. send us an email, or at me the wife pod on all social. We've just recently changed that, so I had to think. At me the wife pod on all social media. Drop us a message, whatever suits you. We'll have a little chat and we'll make some recommendations to you. There we go. We've helped lots of people out with various things, so we're happy to do that.
Where are we?
I was waiting for you to read something out. Yeah, Sarah?
Wasn't able to watch the whole match. I can't read it from here. You're gonna have to take over.
Yeah, no worries. Spets.
No, I haven't finished reading Sarah's.
No, I've spotted one above it.
Oh.
Sorry. Can someone explain why we play with a point man instead of attacking strikers, especially when our two best wingers are not on the field? I don't know what you mean by a point man. I'm assuming you mean a like a target man, maybe. I think playing with a target man, as in sort of as in Kiefer, that is very much a tactic that Parky likes. Yes. Sorry. Yeah. So it's very much a tactic that Parky goes to. He likes a ball into the striker and then be supported by midfielders. He's done it for years and years and years and years. Pre-Wrexham as well. That's very much his style of play. When we signed Kiefer Moore, that it was not a shock because he has had a player of that ilk at pretty much every club that he's been at, including Wrexham when he had Ollie Palmer prior to having Kiefer Moore. It is just the way it is, and we don't really deviate from that. As much as a lot of fans would love us to, we just don't because that's the Parky way, unfortunately. So
sorry, Sarah's comment actually made me chuckle.
Yeah, go on.
I can't read it from here.
Okay, wasn't able to watch the whole match. Have to say, I hate the look of that third kit on the field. I want to see the fierce kits on the field. They look like toddlers.
It is that kind of powdery baby blue, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose so. Do you know? So I bought that kit, Sarah, and
he looks like a toddler in it.
No, I don't. No, I don't. But well, I might do. I don't know. I tell you why I hate it. I'm not really slim. I wouldn't declare myself as fat either. But when I wear that blue shirt, I think it's the horizontal.
Yeah, if you want to make yourself look thinner, it's horizontal. Sorry, it's vertical stripes.
Yeah.
But if you do look a bit.
I've worn it a couple of times on the podcast. The sideways stripes.
It stretches you out.
Whoa! I wore it twice on it, and I watched them episodes back. I will not be wearing that again. I can guarantee you, not at all.
I wanted that shirt as well. I think I might think again.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. Someone. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, I don't know where you're from. Don't worry. Liverpool won last night. 80% of Wrexham fans supported Prem teams, usually Liverpool pre-2020.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this loser. Yeah.
Where are you from, mate?
I
sounded a bit scouse then. Come on, give us some more info. Where are you from? Who'd you support? You're a Hull fan? Come on, tell us.
I don't think
Engage.
I don't think they are, but he sent us a message before saying Wrexham / ex-Liverpool fans. So I was like, what?
Oh, is that...
Never in my life have I ever supported Liverpool.
Is he... Yeah, you can get back in touch. Come on, we'll read it out. Come on, we'll have a conversation. Come on. Don't just write and run away. Come on. Hughesy
like
James, say it every week, lack of intensity, no press, fullbacks back off when being attacked. First goal tonight, he carried it from near halfway line into the 18-yard box unchallenged. Wing-back's not good enough. Unfortunately, Hughesy James, I do agree that I thought wing-back wise we were poor. I thought it was very average tonight. I didn't think Barney played particularly well. Not to dig Barney out because there was lots of players didn't have the greatest of games, but I thought Barney was poor. I thought McLean was poor on the left as well. And I think we've got
It is.
oh,
Who did you support before this?
who did you support pre 2020? Oh, we'll get back to you in a minute. You sit tight, mate. You sit tight. I'll come to
Yeah.
you.
Get your fingers off your keyboard, you
yeah.
keyboard warrior.
Yeah, your mum's shouting. Right now, I think we need better wing backs, because I like Issa, but Issa's not our player. We've got to remember that.
Yeah.
And you know, we so we need something. I don't think Barney's at the level that is required for the championship. He very good to come off the bench, and I think at times he can provide something, but he's not your week. I wouldn't personally want to play with Barney week in week out.
No.
So
I
I don't think that the quality's quite there. So McLean on the left, it has been doing well, but he does get found out when there's someone pacey or someone someone who gets who sort of marks him early and goes, right, I know how to play against you. McLean struggles a little bit. So yeah, I don't know. I think we need investment wise. I would like to see Issa recover from his injury, get back into the team, and play there for the rest of the season. And then I would like, as long as he continues to play the way he has for us, I'd like to see a bid going in for Issa. I think I'm not sure how receptive Man City would be to that, but I think it would be worth giving it a go.
Yeah.
I definitely think we need something on the left. And I don't know what that is. But yeah, I can't really. I do sort of forget we've got Kakache at the moment because of
he's hardly played, has he?
Because
really?
how little he's in and out. So me saying we need something on the left is possibly a little bit unfair, given that given that we haven't really seen enough of him to say that we still need something on the left. But as it currently stands,
we do.
We do.
Yeah.
Kiefer and Libby were out injured at the same time, and they were both due back at the same time. Kiefer's been back for 3 or 4 games now, and we still do not see Libby anywhere. As for me, that's quite concerning for a player that
never gets injured as well.
Apparently never got injured before he came to us, so that is a little bit worrying. Bods, look, I've got lots of pictures of me. I've got one in particular. If you look back at our social media, you'll see a picture of me in a Wrexham shirt when I was about
9,
10, 11, I would say, on the pitch, celebrating promotion back in the 90s.
44 now, so if you can, do the maths.
You can do the maths if you want, if you're still here, but that's up to you. Following on with Kabore, this is Hughesy James again. Following on with Kabore and Kakachi out, the drop in standard to Maka and Barney and Longman is huge. Genuinely need to strengthen them areas in Jan and need more up top. Lack goals. Yeah, I think we're banking too much on either Brody, Josh, or Kiefer getting the goals, and maybe there isn't much coming from elsewhere. I was quite excited to see a box midfield at some point this season. Hasn't really materialised unless we're behind and we're chasing the game.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know. Not for me. Nicole, would love to see Smith get more minutes. More can be great on certain days, but it seems like he gives up too easily. Plus, his first touches are terrible. Would you like to see more of Sam Smith? I'll let you answer before I answer.
Probably, I don't. Maybe a few more minutes. but not like
What's
starting.
a few more
Not
minutes?
like starting 11 a few more minutes. Do you know what I mean? I think he's. I wouldn't say he's an impact player when he comes on. He's a fresh pair of legs. I don't know.
I can't disagree with you. I can't, and unfortunately, Nicole, I disagree in the sense I was quite proud of you then because I was like, yes, that's what I think too. But I don't see it. I don't see it in Sam. I think for me, he's just what Shan said. He's just someone to freshen it up a little bit when
Yeah.
Kiefer looks tired. I don't see him. I don't see him making huge strides into that starting 11. Handy player to have, but I wouldn't expect more than 3 or 4 goals out of him this season. And I just think it's a crying shame we've got Ryan Hardy in the squad and we don't utilise it.